Three, two, one, go. We're live. G'day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Stu Gadenne and Ryan Barraclough.
Yo. Are there any ladies in here?
I don't know. No, maybe there'll be some listening in the
No.
hope for the male population.
Yeah. Please try and understand us. Please.
Yes. How you doing, bud?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm good. As I was just telling you before, I just got off call from my therapist. And that was real good. Real good. It's always good to talk stuff out with people, you know. Always doesn't matter who you are. Like, you know, I'm a trained therapist myself, and I still have a therapist. And, yeah, sort that stuff out. That's, you know, get it out of my brain, off the hamster wheel.
Fuck, dude. This is one thing that I want to definitely promote more, and I guess we're doing it right now, is actually going to see a fucking therapist. Go and get the 10-pack of mental health, the 10 free sessions from a doctor for mental health. Like I'm about to, after we do this, I'm going to write back to one of my teachers and book in to have a session with her. Like, my therapy is so important.
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. One of the most underutilized, or you know, for a lot of males in around me, living in a country town, it's like stigmatized sort of thing.
I think it's everywhere, man. Like, fuck, it's hard to get fellas to see it.
Yeah.
One of the young fellas that I was in the gym, and they were talking about relationships. They're like, "Oh, he's got a girlfriend." I'm like, "Fuck yeah, good, nice, Solly." And then he goes, "Ask Ryan any questions. Aren't you like a relationship coach?" I was like, "Well, I seem to be good at helping my mates, but honestly, a lot of the time I'm a bit of a fuck up in my own."
That's where you learn, right?
Fuck, dude.
Learn by doing wrong.
Yeah, and then I guess the benefit I find is having someone go, "Hey, are you aware?" You know, when I do speak to my teacher or a therapist, "Hey, are you aware that could come across as this?" I'm like, "No, I had no idea because it's my world and everyone else is just living it." Okay.
That's right. You're the hero of your own story, man. It's like, that's where it's got to be.
The irony is no one else is going to save us, so I guess we have to be.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's been happening in your world? What's big? What's moving?
Everything's moving in the right direction, Stuart. And as I as I align with my path, it seems that every just an unbelievable surge of fear and lack of self-worth and guilt and shame is just completely pouring out of every part of me. So a lot's moving, and they seem to be moving in parallel and towards the same thing, but I just didn't imagine getting on path and committing to my passion would feel like this to begin with.
Guilt, shame. Yeah, man. Yeah. I've been feeling a lot of that too, in a different form. Like, for me, I think it's coming out as procrastination. That I'm just like flat out refusing to do stuff that I know I should be doing. And like, pretty luckily, actually, like this week, I had a pretty solid brother call me out on it and say, like, "Hey, dude, what's going on? You know, where you at?" That was you. Yeah, man, you called me up and you were like, you know, what the fuck's going on? Yeah. And it's just like, I'm just noticing, like, oh yeah, some parts of my life feel really flowy, and I feel like on the edge of jumping into a lot of big stuff and just paralyzed by that sort of, I'm not good enough to actually do this. Like, when I dig down into it, it's like, I'm not good enough to be here or do that, or, you know, whatever it is.
Yeah, a lot of not worthy, not enough, yeah. I feel you, man. Like, I was reflecting, I think I had a poor epiphany yesterday afternoon. I was like, oh shit, like the three big things that I kind of have attached masculinity to, which I hadn't even realized I was hung up on them, you know. One being, you know, being intimate with women, my ability to be intimate or, you know, that whole please a woman thing, this, like, my total ego attachment to being able to please a woman. that my attachment to my physical body, just always being really naturally gifted and having a really healthy body. It's like, fuck, I've had a fucking knee injury for a year now. It's like just plagued me. I'm like that kind of shit just is just, and I can't remember the third one. It's in my phone notes. But yeah, like all of these deep attachments, I didn't even realize I'd associated as being a man, are just getting absolutely stripped away. And it's like, whoa, this is fucking scary. And like, to the point of like, yeah, when I called you the other day, like just heart palpitations nonstop, like most of the day, just this low level heart palpitation. I'm like, fuck, I'm just sitting reading a book. And it's like what am I scared of? What am I anxious about? So it's been this, yeah, like just feels like this weird purge of things.
Mm. Yeah. It's I mean, there's so much in that. I'm 38 now, and I've just got into a relationship with somebody younger than me, like by 11 years, and it just kind of shines a light on some things about me. Some things like I'm like unbelievably grateful for of how well I'm holding up compared to other like people around my age, and just other things too. Like I'm going back to the Department of Veteran Affairs now and putting in for injuries that I got in the military, and just watching how my body is degrading from those sort of injuries. It's just, it's a slap in the face. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I kind of actually see it as part of growing old, that your body degrades, and so as a male, I no longer have that to rely on to feel manliness. So I need to get it from somewhere else, and that, you know, hopefully should be that I become a wise elder or something. But again, like that passageway isn't clear to me. I don't have that transmission going on from someone going like, hey dude, it's going to be okay. You're going to get old, your body's going to get infirm, you're not going to be able to rely on it, but you will be able to rely on other things that'll come through. But that's one thing that where I keenly feel that longing or that missing of the correct passageway into old age.
Yeah, totally. I don't know I don't know who the conversation was with, but it was this, for me, the poignant, very clear point is that actually we don't know where we're going. So we don't have eldership. We don't have it being modeled. And part of this, I feel our job and journey is shaping something just so we get some sort of like mark in the ground. It's like, hey, maybe let's just start here. This is what we're going to kind of, all accept, and be unwilling to accept anything other than this is eldership. And then once we have a mark in the ground, once we have our bearings and a reference point, then we can start to kind of navigate the terrain better, because we know, okay, well, this did, and it's also like, these are labors we're never going to see the fruits from. These are trees we're never going to sit in the shade of. And I think that's the edge of masculinity work right now. And it goes against all the instant gratification that society is built upon at the moment.
Yep. Be better, be now. Have all the things all at once. Yeah. I often think of like the archetypal figures of man that I kind of like latch onto when I'm reading my stories in mythology. And there was this growing pressure within me to like embody all archetypes at all times. But even within the stories themselves, there's this understanding that there's a season for certain things, and there's certain times when aspects will be stronger, or certain characters or certain people will be stronger, and other times when they won't be, or when they'll be utterly useless. That's something I often take away from that sort of space, is remembering the right time for everything. But it's hard because, like, our society teaches us exactly what I feel, at least the pressure from our society, to do the exact opposite. The keeping up with Joneses, but to have all things now, that definitely the instant gratification.
Yeah, that I tend to agree. Like, a lot of like consumption being sold as the answer. So an external fix, a short-term external fix for, a long-term internal itch. And what really got me with what you said then was like, it's all like all different parts of me. And this is something I've been, as this stuff has been coming up, this fear, judgment, shame, guilt, I'm like, and it's like, cause I'm still coaching, I'm still on my job, and I'm getting shit done, like with what we're doing. And I'm like, boom, 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 on fire. And I'm like, how it's like two worlds colliding. And then, I guess I was like, maybe this is just another part of me. And thankfully, like very graciously, my partner just pointed out, like, actually, no, this isn't the real you. And you don't need to go, you don't need to kind of accept, like you can acknowledge, but like you're a beautiful, charismatic, intelligent, really caring human. It's not this fear, this guilt, this shame that's moving through you or that I'm feeling isn't, like, she's like, you don't need to buy into that story that this is you. She's like, just, maybe it's not. And I was like, maybe it's not. But I guess I really want to reason it. I really want to understand why, and I want to have logic with it so I can fix it. And then it's like, fuck, man, contradiction, because like, what am I fixing? It's like just stuff's happening in my life that's not so ideal, but at the same time, everything I want is flowing in the right direction, and there's so much energy and things happening. All the stuff I want to offer is unfolding. So such I just feel I'm in a really weird, a weird time. And then when you said like being where all of those things, I'm like, I am, and then like at the same time, I'm just a constant that's experiencing all of them as well. Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense. You just kind of got me going with that statement.
Yeah, man, makes total sense to me.
Fuck yes.
But it's like acceptance of who you are is a big sort of theme for me at the moment. That was one thing that you said. I was just like, yeah. That's really resonating, and that's really like pumping through my life at the moment. Trying to accept who I am and having other people reflected around me too. Yeah. And the letting go to the unfolding of life and allowing it to flow. I don't want to use the words trusting the abundance. I hate hippie shit, but trusting the abundance. I'm just going to hang on. I was going to rearrange my crystals. The funny thing is I own crystals and shit. So
I know you do. That's why
I'm totally into it.
I was just looking at my calendar to see when the next full moon is, so I could take the piss out of you more. We're coming up to dark moon in 4 days. Not a good time to charge the crystals. Sorry.
No. But least likely for me to turn into a werewolf. So, win-win. What was I talking about? Abundance and shit.
Abundance.
Yeah, it's one thing that I've noticed in my life of late, going through like a period where I felt pretty annihilated for a long time. So it wasn't even I was letting go. I just actually couldn't hold on to anything. There was nothing I could do. But still watching all these parts of my life like really pick up and flow in, like job sort of wise, money sort of wise, like these sort of things just really flowing. Feeling energy around doing men's work and stuff like that, even though like for a little while I was like so reluctant to step into the world of this. And it's kind of like those signs of like, here's energy, like whatever kind of energy that is, how do you want to use it? It's there. So let it flow, try and block it, do whatever you want, but it's still going to be there.
It's going to keep moving. Yes.
How do you, as a question, you're talking about the guilt and shame. Put those two together, you got game. How does that express itself in your life? How do you see it coming out?
Oh, wow. Well, thankfully, it's not inhibiting me too much. at the moment. A lot of the time it would have just, like, I've definitely, you know, because I've kind of committed to being active on social media and trying to establish myself as a voice in the industry and provide some sort of offering and help that's useful for men. So when I was really in it, I noticed it was like I was all over it and posting and sharing, and then it's like, what the fuck's the point? So it goes nihilistic. And that used to be on a much bigger scale when I wasn't aware that this was happening, and that was I'd go on drug, sex, and rock and roll, or for a long time when it was years on end with this, it was sport and just training, you know, 5 hours a day. How it expresses, so man, it's like almost a catch-22, right? It takes me a lot to be really vulnerable with my partner, because I'm worried that when I'm vulnerable, then it's like that would deem me unsexy or broken or psycho. And so then why the fuck would anyone want to be with someone who's not sexy, broken, and psycho? And so, like, I open up and I share and I feel so much better, and then I'll get the sharer's remorse, and then I want to pull back, and then I want to do weird stuff to create distance and friction, and then I want to, you know, just like energetically withhold. And that's kind of how it manifests. Inability, my ability to be intimate decreases because I'm like just a fucking head on a stick stuck up here in a stress ball. And yeah, they're like the kind of main, and also a big one is I start to get irritable with people I love. So the people that I love start to irritate the shit out of me. You know, and I want to just be like, I just want to see the worst in things, and I get much more judgmental and much more competitive. So it's very much an internal, like, it's not expressing externally as anymore. And sometimes, you know, I've been like, fuck, maybe I just need to go drink fucking a whole heap this weekend and let loose and get on the dance floor and just like, but I don't really want to do that. I kind of want to find a middle way through this where I don't have to go to the extremes to feel okay.
Yeah.
Does that answer the question?
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I like, I can get pretty withdrawn, I guess. That's a pretty big go-to for me is withdrawing. There's something about nihilism that both attracts and repels me. So I like kind of go into this, what's the point? But I can never, I can't any longer. I used to when I was younger, but I can't get to a point where I'm like, there is no longer point in existing. Like I find it like hard to find the point to do things, but then the existence sort of part is still there. So that kind of manifests in like hermiting, me just like existing, going, working, but hiding away from everyone, not really talking to people. But the big one you said that I was like, yep, was like frustration, anger, so and judgmental. Like I get real judgy and real irritable. And like, to be fair, like I don't come across as this a lot. I think I hide it well, but I am quite an, I would say, angry person in some ways. In that, like I think and I judge and like have aggressive thoughts a lot. I just don't. I just actually use the thoughts to move through that energy without having to like manifest it on anyone. But I notice the increase in it and notice a rigidity in that feeling too. Yeah. So I start getting judgy on everyone, and I'll start bitching about it to people, where usually I just sort of think about it. Like I was teaching a class the other day, and this dude just triggered the fuck out of me. He was trying to do the right thing in some way, I guess, but it was just totally off topic. And he started having a rant about like victim blaming, you know, basically kind of trying to paint me in the patriarchal type dominator role. And it made me actually want to do that to him. Like I just sort of sat there for a little while and stared at him and just imagined twisting his head off his body. And that kind of helped move the emotion. But yeah, like the point is, it's like, that's when I start to notice like something's not quite right here, and actually I'm feeling something, and I know that my go-to is anger. It's easy and familiar for me. I've dealt with it for a large portion of my life, and I know how to do it.
Yeah. Mine's probably like please, despair, and then anger, and then sadness, or frustration and sadness. Yeah. What came through for me, man, when you're saying that, I was like, oh, this fear for me that if I'm completely myself, this person won't like me, this person will leave me, this person won't love me. So I kind of I try and cut the corners to make it as appealing, and then that, when it comes to me, like really just, having to go through my stuff. Yeah, it's so confronting because everything I need to do challenges the belief that I'm going to get dropped if I'm me.
Yeah.
When I break it down, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah. Man, I'm 38 years old and I feel like I'm only just starting to like allow myself to be myself.
Yeah.
It's
funny, but like, right, whenever we run any men's things, we got like 50 odd dudes just gone, fuck, I wish I'd started this when I was your age.
Yeah.
It's never too late.
No. And it's cyclic too. Like,
yeah,
I find myself back in the same spot where I was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Not cyclic, spiral. Sorry.
That's spiral. Yeah. I hope the spiral, and just fucking hope to do everything. I do everything in my power to make sure the spiral's going up.
Yeah.
I had that. That was kind of the other epiphany the other day. Yesterday was also around, maybe I'm here because there's something that I need to learn so I can find more compassion for other people when I'm in this, when they're in this, or just like, hey man, why are you like, yeah, this stuff's happening. And like this stuff's happening, and what's the lesson and what's the bigger picture? So maybe instead of trying to ignore it, I've like really, really trying to lean into sharing, like the call partner. When someone asked, when I went to lunch with a dude who's going to be an affiliate for our, promoter for Wise Mans, and he was like, how are you? And I was like, yeah, good. And I was like, and also I've got this going on. Or like someone messaged me, it's like, hey, how are you? I'm like, I'm good. And I'm also having a lot of growing pains. And, this isn't this, just, I don't know, trying to just be more real with it. Like, yeah, I'm good and I've got shit going on.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Not just gloss over it.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see what people come back with, because it's like, how often it's like, hey, how are you, man? Yeah, I'm good. It's like, what is that? Like, I know there's heaps of talk around. We've got to be more honest, and men need to talk to each other and whatnot. It's like, but yeah, like, where's the fear? Why is the fear? I don't know. It's the same fucking story. If I'm completely me, this guy's going to think I'm, less than.
Yep.
I went to say like something. I went to say something, a bad word. Like, this guy's going to think I'm, and I was like, fucking political correctness. I can't say shit anymore.
It's in your head, man. Once it starts changing your language, like once you can't speak your own language, that's where it's got you. But yeah, like, I've just shot off on a tangent now. I was going to say something about what you were talking about, but
tangent away.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking about language, the control over it now. Because that was it. That was exactly this thing. This incident that happened when I was teaching this class. I was like, what can I say to this dude? Because I'm teaching diplomats here. Like, these are public servants. They live in the bubble of Canberra, and like, there's things that I really want to say. I want to be true to myself right now, and I can't. I have to betray myself because I'm here earning dollars. And it was this whole like reflection afterwards of like, selling my soul here, because like what I wanted to do was just start screaming like a foghorn, like ah, until he shut up, or just pick up a table and throw it across the room, and then continue on with my point that I was making about something else where I'm teaching people, or logically just actually go, hey man, like I get what you're saying, it's very valid, it's cool. That's not actually what I'm trying to do here. What I'm trying to do is teach people how to live, and I come from a world. Like you come from a world where you've come straight out of university into a public servant role. I come from a world where people get raped, and you need to do something about it. And people get killed, and stabbed for $50 in their wallet. So what I'm trying to do is teach you about this world. So I understand your world, and I'm cool with it, because I live there as well. But also, here's this other world. Here's this other experience of reality that you're going to have to deal with if you're going to go do this job. But even that in of itself is so highly offensive to some people that, at what point do I just go like, fuck it, I'm going to be me, and I'm going to say me.
Oh, dude, this is like Pandora's box for me right now.
Yeah, and it just made me wonder how many of us do this on so many occasions.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Hey, man, how you doing today? I'm fucked. Oh, like nobody said, like people very rarely would say that. The standard answer is good yourself, or my standard answer is that I was brought up to say, like, don't really answer, just give the token answer and then reflect back quick.
Yeah. I like one of my teachers has been, because I mean that, like what you, that example, right, with that diplomat is actually just a different version of the same thing from, say, in a relationship, which causes a fight. Like, an incongruence of understanding. They've got their life, you've got, and it's like, missing. It's like, how do we come here and then meet in the middle and still have that path? Like, that's what I think. I don't know if you agree or disagree, but I kind of feel it's like pretty much like a really good, like kind of charged example where people could really pick a side very easily. But it's the same thing, like a complete misunderstanding and actual ignorance. And because there's this fucking I know everything information saturation, there's no room for learning. It's like, if I know everything, how the fuck am I going to learn anything?
Yep.
And like what my teacher has been really pushing me to do is like see my edge in that. Like, oh, okay, so like I'm gonna, sorry, this mightn't be pleasant, but like using your one as examples, like you wanting to fucking twist his head off, yell, or that's your edge, like that's your trigger and that's your edge. And then for me, the most manly like thing is to hold my spine, but come with an open heart and say, oh, man, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I can totally, I hear what you're saying. I understand where you're coming from. And also, are you able to, have you considered, are you able to like open the door for him to step through into another, like, and I don't mean to paint that, and I say that, I'm like, that sounds so wanky and spiritual, like teaching everyone. But it's like, what about like the goodwill for everyone in, oh man, this guy just doesn't know. This guy's bought into like having a heart for the, I don't know if it's possible, but that's the edge that my teachers kind of push me at. It's like, well, what do you want to do? Do you want to change this situation, Ryan? Then how are you going to provide a doorway, an opportunity for people to upgrade? And that's day to day, moment to moment. There's your work. And when you fucking get triggered, that's your edge. And thank them for that edge. And I'm like trying to flip in the bird. Like, thank you. Yeah. I don't know. That might have sounded real like too spiritual or wanky, but I kind of believe it's the truth,
Yeah. No, I totally get it. Like, that is the truth. And as it was, like, this guy didn't get, like, I don't know, like he was there defending like women's rights in his mind, which is a noble cause in my mind. So like I didn't hate him for that. Like I didn't, down on him for that. It was just like, it just came out of, like, it was a little bit out of context. And what actually happened, the fallout from this was that this was followed up with comments from 2 women in the class who basically did what you said there. We're like, hey, yep, dude, I hear what you're saying. That's not what we're here to do. Like they said what I wanted to say to him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. yeah, which was like super interesting in of itself. I was like,
Wow.
oh, whoa, I did not expect that to happen. But yeah, there was that whole thing as well. Like that. I mean, this is going into more like gender sort of.
I know, it's fascinating, right? Fuck, man, like like this misunderstanding of like standing up for each other is getting so fucking twisted in people just like, oh, it's like what that, oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's a debacle.
yeah, and like my understanding too that like of all the places I've been in the world,
Mhm.
this one environment that I'm in is arguably the most PC, uh, intense environment that I've ever been in. So like I have to understand that too. It's not like um, I can just come in and be like a belligerent asshole if that's what I'm feeling like doing that day.
Yeah.
Like I'm in their environment. And same. They can't come into like you know, my environment. They can't come into the middle of the wilderness, or they can't come into a war zone and try and like logically talk about like the reasons why or why not they should be shot. Like, you know,
Maybe,
um,
maybe if we figure out the rate at which the bullets are flying, we can figure out how fast we need to walk to avoid them.
yeah, yeah,
Great idea, Sam. Great idea.
yeah. You sit here and do that. I'm just I got to go do something else.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, yeah,
Like inevitably, we're back to that same thing. How do I be me in the face of any environment unfolding, and with an awareness of the way I am and the impact it has?
mm.
Like, have you heard Stephen Jenkinson when he does the etymology of the word awake?
No,
Oh, fucking like word porn, man.
yeah.
Word porn, man porn, like fucking oath. He's just like, for what it's worth, I think we should look at it.
All right, maybe don't describe things as man porn from now on, though. That could give people the wrong idea.
Yeah, like, yeah, I see. I see how that could be. But, no, okay, you're probably right.
Or it could be awesome. Like that might be the audience you're going for. I don't know. But...
I'm going to keep using it and I'm going to make it a thing.
Okay, cool.
We're going to trend. People are going to say lit. They're going to say that's scucks. They're going to say that's fire. And they're going to say fuck man porn. What?
Wait, what was that second one? Scucks.
Scucks. Well, that's scucks is. Maybe it's Kiwi. I don't know.
So you've been hanging away around these Kiwis, mate.
I know. But definitely look it up. Awake, because it's like art in the etymology means of the, so it's not a positional thing as like is, and then wake is literally the ripple in which we're leaving behind as we move through. So when we become awake is when we become aware of everyone else that we're impacting from our ripple. I'm like, whoa, but I think a lot of the woke community has missed that, including me for a long time. So
yep.
I've missed it for a long time. Hence, I know a lot of people have missed it for a long time too.
Yeah, I really like that, man.
Yeah.
Like, like one of the things I think I've talked to you about this before. It's like when I talk about spirituality, I often attribute to it. Like some people are like, oh, this happened to me, or I did this. Went and did this meditation course, or drank the Kool-Aid, or had this experience in life or whatever. For me, it was like hunting. Being out hunting was the big thing where I was like, whoa, hang on. There's a massive interconnected web of nature that I haven't really been aware of, and that's kind of my access into what I would call spirituality, or it's my spirituality. And that's what it is. It's like it's where the vegan argument sort of broke down for me, is the interaction in the horrible mess that is life in the universe, and how beautiful that is actually. But it's that intimate awareness too of being like, everything I do, kills something, and everything I do creates something. I am leaving a fucking massive wake, but I can kind of control that wake a little bit, or be more aware of it and see what it's doing. And yeah,
And he's conscious of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that, man. Stephen Jenkins, man. But that dude just like, he's got some stuff going on. Definitely.
Yeah, I can still see there's like some spite in him almost. Where I'm like, oh, I think you're just angry about that. And then other times I'm like, that is freaking wisdom and that is some truth.
Yep. Yep. All good writers, man. Should have a bit of themselves in there. Do that humanness.
Totally right. Totally.
Hmm.
Have you read? Yeah, I'm gonna get on that. I'm bubbling away some ideas here. I'm like, got some ideas there. That's cool. Stephen Jenkins. Where is he in Canada?
Yep.
Yeah, fucking dope, dude. What do you got coming up, bro? I'm asking you just so you know because I want to tell you what I've got coming up.
Oh, okay, right. My life looks pretty cruisy at the moment.
Yeah, cool. So,
what do you got coming up, man? What's happening, Ryan, in your world? Tell me.
Well, what made me think of it was just Stephen Jenkinson because I think he rips on like plant medicine or medicines and psychedelics a bit.
Yeah.
Another sit with Bufu, Suppo, the toad medicine. 2-day sit. Early March.
Nice.
Very keen for you to come along at some point.
Yep. I got work early March, so it depends when.
This one's booked out anyways, but the next one.
All right. Yeah. Then I'm heading overseas.
Okay.
Yeah. You know me, man. Jet setter.
Indeed. Indeed. All right. So you got working in March. We got a wrap soon.
All right.
I'm actually
cool.
just like, do you want to talk about anything else? I'm actually like, I think I'm done.
Yeah. I just want to talk about something really quickly.
Yeah.
It's the fact that I'm wearing the Thor socks.
Dope.
I'm not worthy. Yep.
That's beautiful. Everyone, if you want to help a brother out, buy him some fucking cool socks.
Yeah, man. Yep.
I honestly think that would help. You know that Jungian psychoanalysis thing where you ask them their favorite animal, favorite item of clothing, and favorite body of water, and animal represent. And you got to use describing words to describe it. The animal is. Do you know this one?
No.
Oh, do you want to quickly do it? We've got 7 minutes.
All right.
Favorite animal? And you use as many describing words as possible.
Wolf. Loyal. Aggressive. Predatory. Loving. Furry. Sleek. Fast. Quiet.
Nice. Favorite item of clothing you own and adjectives? Why? Using as many describing words again?
Wool jumper, merino wool jumper. Soft, durable, functional. Fashionable, as far as I'm concerned. Shut up. Look, it's like for a wildernessman, it's fashionable. So
yeah, don't like. I'm laughing because at the end when I tell you what they represent, you're gonna laugh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Next.
Anything else for the wool jumper?
What if? Did I say comfortable?
Yeah, you did.
All right. Yeah.
You also said functional and useful as well. The last one is your favorite body of water. So like river, lake, waterfall, stream, creek, pond, and ocean.
Yep. I'd say like a mountain stream or a mountain river. Yep. Cold or cool, refreshing, clear, pure, thirst quenching, relaxing.
Yeah. Tell me more.
Can be turbulent, I guess, but consistent.
Mm.
Yeah.
Jesus. Dope.
Mm.
You want to know what they? Maybe this is when we get someone on. This is the first thing we do with them. We get them to ask. We ask them these questions. Okay.
Yeah. 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 I like this.
So the first one is what you look for in a partner.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's legit.
The second one is
Predatory. Hang on.
This is the best one. The second one is what you like about yourself. What you like about yourself deep down. Like tough and tatted up. I just really like that I'm useful and I'm warm and I'm kind of
soft.
And the third one is the way you like to make love. I was like, damn, I want to have sex with you. That sounded fucking on point.
Hey, join the line, mate. Come on.
Oh, I can't wait to do this with Bulge.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah. Okay, dude. All right, I'm going to make a video for my private Facebook group for the dudes about this one. This is the best first date question ever.
Yep. I'm going to go ask my missus now.
All right, bro, thank you, man. I'm going to go choke people.
All right. Love you heaps, man.
Love you, mate. Speak soon.
Catch.
Bye.